Hey y'all, so I have already done my foundation. I messed up on the last video and I paused it, or I thought I was pausing it and I ended up stopping it, so I'm not really that good at editing yet, so we're just gonna go from here. So what I did was I did primer. I just put it on with my hand all over. Then I did my little green stick, which y'all have seen the green stick. I'm gonna grab it out of my makeup bag, this little green stick right here. I just make some lines on my forehead and on my cheeks and anywhere I have redness, like on my nose and on my chin. Then I blend it out with my foundation brush. I just did my foundation with this. And then I just kind of blend my foundation around like this. And then just do that all over. So my main purpose in this video today is I wanted to come on and do a video that literally focuses on blending. I got a hair on my face and it's like, ah. Anyway, y'all ever get a hair? I get a hair. So anyway, okay. So if my mirror doesn't fall off the counter. Okay, so I'm doing my concealer and my under eye corrector just a little bit different right now. So I'm just kind of doing a couple of lines. This is under eye corrector. It's got an orange kind of pigment to it. So it knocks out any of that blue, purple kind of color that comes from dark circles around your eyes. And like ever since I was a little kid, I've always had kind of darkness right here and then right in here. So that's my main purpose in that. And then I also put a little bit on my bumps that I have, and then I put a little bit right here because it helps hide that kind of darkish kind of color there from any kind of breakout. And then I go back through with my concealer and I just follow the lines with this. Same up here. And then I'll put it in again. Same thing down here. And I'm just taking this applicator and just kind of painting it on. That way, because I figured out if you mix it together on your hand, now that's even better if you can mix it together. But like me, I'm in a little bit of time. I've been in a little bit of a time crunch. And I'm trying to like hurry when I do stuff lately. So this is going to save you some time. So just literally take that. Take any kind of like, this is all over, or not, excuse me. This is a cream color brush from Mary Kay. And it literally, this is what I use for my concealer. And I love it because it blends everything out really nicely. And as you can see, I'm just taking it and just kind of sweeping it across my lid. And just kind of, sweeping it down here. And then I'm going to kind of, I do a mixture of like brushing and then patting everything. So like if you got a bigger area to cover, I brush it and then I go back through and pat it. If that makes sense. And now we're going to do this eye and see how I'm just brushing this. I'm going to brush all of this and then I'll kind of go back through and pat it to blend out any lines that I may have. So like see right there's some lines, I'm going to blend that. Kind of blend this and kind of blend that too. And that's where, if you have your beauty blender, that's where you're going to do that. Just to kind of, buff out that line. And then I do it down here too. And that's already wet. So I know I didn't show you that. And then sometimes I'll come through and just kind of do that line right there. And you can even pat stuff in with your fingers. If you're oily like me, I don't really recommend using your fingers. And if you break out a lot, I don't recommend using your fingers because, and I'm going to go back through and just blend that on my neck to make sure there are no lines. But just because putting that oil on your skin from your fingers is going to cause more breakouts. And I didn't know that for the longest time. So I'm just going to go through with this powder. And I'm not trying to summerproof it today. So I'm just taking it and sweeping it all over my lid. This is like an eyeshadow brush. So just take it and sweep it all over the lid. I'm going to do another video on how to summerproof your makeup. And how to pat on the powder and get everything, all patted on and summerproof your makeup. but that's not today. So literally with powder, I'm just taking my brush, dipping it in the powder. I do kind of sweep it around the lid of the powder so it's not so much on there. And then I'm just taking it and sweeping it all over my face. I get it on my eyes, my eyebrows. I get it everywhere. I don't really put it on my mouth. But you can put it on your mouth if you want to. So, and I just sweep it all across my face. And if you're really dry, you may not need that. So I'm coming through with some eye primer. And hopefully this will be some good details for y'all. And I just pat on the lid with that. And it's going to feel a little tacky, so I do put my eyebrows on while that's kind of drying a little bit. But what this does is it helps your eye makeup stay on, and it also helps it stay in place and be its true colors. Because like me, like if I wear pink on my eyes, it will look brown. If I wear brown, it looks orange. And if I wear gray, it looks like bright blue. So that's just like the pigmentation of my skin, you know, and that's what it does. So now I'm coming through with this brow tint. And I've just been lately using the brow tint, not really the liner as much. But I'm doing just little bitty strokes all the way down. It's like a little mini mascara wand. And then when you get done with all that side, then you turn it over if you need some more. And then just brush it. And then this is going to... this one's getting like halfway out, so I'm brushing it on a little bit more. When you first get one, it's going to have a lot on it. But anyway, I just kind of brush it with my natural brow, you know. And then after that I put my brows on, I do come back and brush it out with a little brush so that they're not like, you know, crunchy or anything. So then I kind of buff that out down there with my finger sometimes. Now, see, that just puts my brows on really quick. So like today, I'm just trying to do like things like, you know, if I was being in like a hurry or something. I'm really not today, but anyway, okay, so I'm going to show you eyes, and then I may do another video on how to do the contour, because contour is not as in-depth as eyes is. Y'all know I can't talk. I mean, if you've watched my videos before, y'all know I can't talk. I'm just going to do a simple look with brown today. So I'm going to take like a gold shimmer color, and I'm going to load my brush up like this, and then I'm just going to pat right there on the lid. I'm going to load my brush up again and do the same thing. And I just pat it because that's going to place your color, and then I kind of sweep it a little bit just to kind of move it around. But when you take it on your brush and you pat it on, that puts the color right where you want it and gives it a little bit more pigment. Because right there on that, you know, eyelid, you can't really see much. So then we go pat, and then I just sweep it across. Just like that. So, then I'm really not using any music today because the last time I used music, I got it too loud. So now I'm going to take like a simple, like a light brown color, and we're just going to sweep that on the crease. And you're just going to go back and forth like that. And then again, I'm going to take it, and I just do little small strokes like that. And just kind of go up here. Now, I know y'all are seeing this line up here, but we're going to fix that in a minute. Because that's how you blend out I'm going to show y'all how to blend out that line. So, I just take the color and pat it on. And then I just sweep it like in a rounded motion. Just like that. But then I kind of do like little strokes like that, just so it kind of is not such a, you know, such a line. So, and it also makes it able to like blend out better with the colors. So now y'all see, okay. So, and then I'm doing it on both eyes, and I just kind of sweep. And then you can go as high up here as you want to. I just always recommend to leave a little space for some highlight up there. because you never want to go all the way up to your brow with your color, like your actual color. You want to do like a little bit of highlight. And now I'm just taking I'm taking kind of a brownish coppery kind of color, mahogany kind of color over here. And I just put that on, I sweep it on, and then I'm going to come up here and do these little strokes like that and bring it over into the other colors. And then I do this, bring it over to the other colors, and then you're going to blend it back out with little tiny circles. Just like this, little tiny circles, and you're just going to buff out that line. And then you're going to kind of come over here and just kind of round that off. And then I'm going to show you get on the other eye. And then you just kind of come up here, and I just kind of pat that on, and then I start brushing it. And then I just kind of do little tiny circles. Or it's kind of like this, like back and forth, or sometimes it's like that. So like right here, I'm doing like little tiny circles, and then I'm just kind of brushing this back and forth. But then I'm doing like a mixture of little tiny circles and doing like that, just so you can get that good blend. And then if it's not covering, like right there, it's not covering as much as I want it to, so I'm putting a little bit more just right there. And see, that's better. And then I don't wipe my brushes off until I'm totally done, so then I come back in with the crease brush and that lighter brown that I used and just kind of blend that. I just do back and forth is all I do with the brushes. And then I'm going to come back with the darker color again and go over that. That way it's kind of mixing those two together right there, and it has really good like color. And now I'm just doing a little bit right here. I'm just sweeping this, whatever's left on my brush of that gold that I used at first. Then I'm going to go through with this little highlight, and I'm just going to take like a kind of skin color, so like a neutral, and just go right here above the eyeshadow, in between the eyeshadow and the brows. Now see how I'm going right over where that line is, where the eyeshadow stops, just so that you can blend that. Then I'm going to really show y'all how to blend that together. So, and you see how that's kind of making that line right there disappear, but it's not taking away the color. And then I always do a little extra right here and right here, because that brightens up the eye area and just makes you look more awake. Okay. And then I take my crease brush and I just come up here and sweep this right here, so that gives me a little bit more color right there, and it's not such a hard line. And that's how I do my eyes. I'm going to show y'all real quick. I'm going to do one eye, and then I'm going to show y'all real quick how to do it. So give me 1 second on eyeliner. Okay, y'all. So I did this eye, and now I'm going to do this eye. And I just start with little small strokes back and forth on my eye. And then I can't talk and do this at the same time. Then I go and get my little tiny brush right here, and I put black eyeshadow on it, and I come through and pat it down through here, and then I just swipe it down through here to like smudge all this, because you don't want that hard line. Now if you like that hard line, leave it, but me, I like a little bit of a smudge. And then I get right there my lash line, so that way it makes my lashes look even fuller. Then I go on the bottom with the pencil eyeliner, and I just do small little strokes. I do about 2 or 3 small little strokes. And then the darker color that I used on my eyes, I just take it and smudge it. So I just take it and just kind of do little small strokes like that. Now, there we go. Now y'all know y'all see that fallout that's right there, so that's why I powder my face. I do whoop and sweep. Well, all right. And I will show y'all another video on contour. You already know how to do mascara, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about my makeup, and I will be doing more videos soon, hopefully this week and next week. So, bye!